Let's go, folks. Come on. Give me my theme music. Okay. All right. It's Friday. You know what day it is. If you're a horse player, it's one of the biggest days of the year. Breeders' Cup Friday is here. We got 5 awesome Breeders' Cup races on the line today. All 2-year-olds, Future Stars Friday, and I'm here to give you a little betting preview, build out a little pick 5, give you my opinions on, well, each race today, each Breeders' Cup race today, which starts at, 1 o'clock? No, 2:30 p.m. Eastern. So tune into the races on FanDuel TV and bet them on the FanDuel Sportsbook. Let's get right into it, folks. Let me add a little PPs to the screen here. So 2 o'clock post time Pacific. What is that? 12 o'clock, 2 o'clock Pacific, 12 o'clock Eastern for the first race of the Breeders' Cup. And it's going to be a good one, folks. All right. So Breeders' Cup Juvenile Turf Sprint, first one of the day. George Weaver. Have yourself a year, Mr. Weaver. Big fan of George. I've actually had a horse with him. Great stand-up guy, great trainer. And yeah, like I said, have yourself a year. We love to see it. He's got 3 entered here. The first being this one right here, Crimson Advocate. So Weaver's first of the 3 in this race. He actually drew the 1 and the 2 pole, which is interesting. Yeah, he beat 25 horses last time out at Ascot. So it's tough to beat 25 horses. So when you do, you have to consider the horse. 4-1 right now. Wild race. 6 winners from that race, actually, or 6 horses from that race. Apologies, early. It's hard to get some words out this morning. Ended up winning next time out. So Crimson Advocate took some time off, but is one to consider here. The next one, No Name Mets. Bregman family. So Alex Bregman, he's been fired up about this horse. He'll be there. He'll be at the races rooting on this one. Another one for the Weaver barn. 3 for 3 in the States, but lost overseas. Should be one that's forwardly placed, but I don't know of these 2 which one's going to go for the lead, honestly. So that's one to consider. I actually like them both. Number 3, Tiger Bell, Ivarone. We love Michael Ivarone having a horse in the Breeders' Cup. That's what we like to see. Won her debut. Apologies there. Lost a couple close losses and then 2 straight wins. She's beaten the boys, though. So we like to see a horse that beats the boys, and she knows her distance, 5 furlongs. She sticks with it here. Number 4, looking at Big Evs, the favorite here. But in my opinion, this is a beatable favorite. I mean, ran a huge race after a troubled trip 2 back, and this is another one that should break for the lead early, but not sure if he'll get it over those 2 Weaver horses on the inside. So definitely a beatable favorite in my opinion at 3-1. Next up, we got Gimme the Beat Boys. Actually, I believe Gimme the Beat Boys was a scratch this morning, so we'll pass him. He struggled recently anyway. He's been facing tough company, though. Number 6, Starlust. Good one here. Frankie Dettori, he's with Ralph Beckett. First race for Frankie Dettori in the Breeders' Cup this year. Hasn't run at this distance yet. This horse hasn't run at this distance, but is used to sprints. So he's used to 6 furlongs, taking on 5 furlongs for the first time. Last time out, couldn't really handle the distance and weakened in the stretch. So maybe the cut back to 5 furlongs will help Starlust a little bit here. All right, on to the next, Shards for Crown's Way Racing. Nice little syndicate out in Chicago area. Shards ran a awesome race last time out at Keeneland, but was just beaten by a couple others in that race. He's the stalking and closing type. So with the exception of his sole dirt run, which was his first race, his maiden, he is that stalker, and he's one that ends up closing and has been in the money in all of his starts. So he's one to consider at 15-1, but it's tough. That last race, it was a photo between the 3 of them, but I just prefer both the Mitts Waves and Committee of the One over Shards here. All right, on to the next, Cherry Blossom, Aiden O'Brien. Aiden O'Brien, are you kidding me? This guy wins 43% in his first attempt in North America. That's a pretty absurd number. And hell, this horse is 12-1 right now. So one that could have a shot. This is her first time back at 5 furlongs since her debut. She beat the boys second time out, so that's one to consider. But she hasn't returned to the winner's circle since. Can she break well out of the gate? Yes, but she also likes to rate, so she's all over the place. Aidan O'Brien, though, casual, 43% with first timers in or first time start in North America. Just an insane number. On amidst waves. This is George Weaver's last of this race, so it rightfully makes sense also that it's 8-1 too, because it just doesn't have those wins and that experience that the others had. Longest shot at 8-1, just beaten by 3 in that same photo that I just talked about last time out versus the boys. So we like to see the confidence going against the boys. Both their 5 furlong races were wins also. So should be one to stalk, and we like to see that she wins at this distance. All right, number 10, Valiant Force. Valiant Force, you see this? 1-2 races back. Same race as No Name Mets, 150-1. 150-1. That's an absurd price at Deauville. So this is his first time in the States, but connections must think strongly of this one. I mean, look at this. First debut race, the first flyer, you're putting them in a listed stakes race in your first out, and then you bring him to the Norfolk, where he's 150-1. You got some confidence in this horse, and he wins. Brings him stateside. One to consider, honestly. Number 11 is Slider. Slider has had a great start to his career, honestly. I mean, 2 for 3, his first win, or his first race, coming in second. And John Sadler's had he's off to a pretty hot start right now, as of recent. This is a West Point horse, so we like to see that. Or no, is this a West Point horse? Who is the West Point? Not a West Point horse. I lied. Anyways, winner on the turf. Heads to the turf again, so he's got that advantage over most of the field. 11 position may be tough for him, though. All right, on to, I believe, the last in this race. Yes, because we're on to the AEs. After that is Committee of One, who was in that photo last time out and won that photo last time out. But this is his first attempt, going just a little shorter at 5 furlongs. Should be looking for a hot pace in this one, honestly, especially out of the 12 pole. But one to stalk or close, and just a little concerned it'll be a little too late. Too late for this one. So if I'm building a pick 5 ticket, I'm starting it off. This is the first race of that pick 5. I'll be going with the Weavers, the 1 and the 2. And what am I going with? The 8. The 8, Aidan O'Brien's horse. So 1, 2, 8 to start off my pick 5. All right, on to race 6. Breeders' Cup Juvenile Fillies going a 1.16 miles on the dirt. First up is Candied. Candied, great shot in this one. So the talk of this race is this horse right here, Tamara, number 7. But while Tamara will be everyone's single in the sequence, she's not one that I'm going to fade. I'm not going to leave her off my ticket. This is the horse right here that I'll be playing with Tamara. So if I was going to pick 2 in this race, it would be Candied and it'd be Tamara. This is just, Candied's ran 2 impressive races. First was on the dirt going short. Second going the same distance, 1.16 miles. Both of them wins. Both of them with these. I love jockey Luis Saez here. And I don't think the 1 position is going to hurt him too much. I mean, hasn't been in it before, but I don't think it'll be a problem for Candied. All right, looking at number 2. Let's see. Number 2, Jody's Pride, 15-1 right now. So good price, Flavian Pratt, and I think there's a little bit of confidence in Jorge Abreu bringing this horse out here. This is another one that's 2 for 2 and has been, look at that, 10 lengths the first time, 3 the second time. So is a winner, likes to win by a little bit, but both those races, they weren't as impressive as Candied. So that's why I like Candied over Jody's Pride. These are just weaker fields and both just 1 turn. We like Candied over Jody's Pride. Number 3, Scalable. One to consider. I mean, you get Jose Ortiz, Todd Pletcher at 20-1. But this isn't a winner, folks. This is a maiden. One of the 2 maidens in this field, I believe. So beaten last time out by in the Chandelier by Chalalas. I forget how you pronounce that name. Who's the number 6 in this field, I believe. Yes. Was gaining, closed well, but wasn't enough. Jose gets the mount this time because Mike Smith is aboard tomorrow, obviously. Number 4, Where's My Ring? Decent price, decent one to consider, for a price. You got to watch those replays because kind of was shuffled, that replay 2 back was certainly crowded, certainly had to move through traffic and ended up closing well to just get beaten by that nose. So one to consider at a good price, 30-1, Victor Espinoza. 5, Omaha Girl out of Omaha Beach. Omaha Beaches, they've been running all right. Umberto gets the mount here too for Jorge Delgado. Horse is 2 for 2 on the dirt, but he doesn't have the class like the rest of the field does, even though Omaha Beaches have been running well. That being said, not necessarily one I'm considering. 30-1 though, good price. Number 6 is that horse that we were just mentioning, Chalalas, gate to wire winner in the grade 2 Chandelier last month here at Santa Anita. So we like when horses win on the track that they're about to race at. 2 back ago, it was a weird one for her. She was crushed by Tamara, but she's at least proven that she can go 2 turns. Whereas Tamara, looking at her, she hasn't gone 2 turns. She's gone 6.5 furlongs and 7 furlongs, both of them being wins. And look, this is the horse to beat. I mean, Tamara out of Beholder by Bolt de Oro, just a true champion. Richard Mandela, I believe, Richard Mandela trained Beholder, gets Tamara, just an incredible looking horse. Like she looks just like her mom. It's the one to beat. And 4-5 morning line, you're probably not going to even get that. You might get 2-5 when the race goes off. So she's got that pedigree, but like I said, I want to play Candied with her just in case we can get a little bit of price. But looking at the rest, number 8 is Spirit Enchante. Okay, horse. Probably doesn't have a shot here, though. Peter Miller, Juan Hernandez, we'll take it. But first time out versus winners. So it's just tougher competition today. Hasn't seen a horse like Tamara, so we'll see. Number 9, Bright Work. What a start to this horse's career. 4 wins in a row, won the grade 1 spinaway at Saratoga with ease. I mean, it was a beautiful looking race. But last time in the grade 1 Alcibiades, that's where she was beat by Candied, who ran just a hell of a race there. She's got that early speed, should be a little bit forwardly placed or in the stalking position. So one to consider at 12-1. Number 10, Accommodate Eva. 30-1, probably one that you might not need to consider, in my opinion. But that being said, talk about improvement. Just look at this horse's buyers. I mean, honestly, 49, 29, and then 74. That's a big step up. I mean, you get beaten by 15 lengths, and then you come back to win by 2.5 and run a 74 buyer, gets the blinkers there. Yeah, that's a good looking run. That being said, not too much of a shot here, in my opinion. All right, 11, Life Talk Rapoli's second in this. Pletcher's got a few in this. Closing type, huge price here. Gets IRAD on top, so you like to see that. So you never know, right? But last time out, dealt with some slop and was beaten. But not necessarily one to consider. The horse that she was beaten last time out was this horse, the 12, just FYI. Another one, not necessarily one that I like too much. 2 for 2, though. Both were great wins. I'll give them that. Give her that. One of them being the grade 1 for Zet. Impressive run. She edged clear from the pack. Wins by almost 4 lengths. So track was sloppy, though. So those figures might be just a little bit inflated. So with that, I said it in the beginning, but I'll repeat it again. Number 1, Candied. Number 7, Tamara. Both my picks in this one. Look, Tamara's probably going to win. But you never know. All right, on to the next. The 7th race. Breeders' Cup, Juvenile, Fillies, Turf. Mile on this turf course. And honestly, we got a great field here. All these are great fields, but this one is one that I like. All right, so number 1, Buttercream Babe. 3 Diamonds Farm, Mike Maker, Louis Size. Big price here, 30-1. So debut winner, but since then hasn't been back to the winner's circle. Second in the grade 3 Surfer last time out, which was a wild race. We got a couple runners coming in from that race in this one. Could have honestly won that. Not my choice here, though, but 30-1, still not bad. Number 2, Flattery, also coming out of that same race where she finished 3rd, but was closing well. That's how she races. She closes. You know, she showed us in her first 2 wins. The main angle here, though, for this horse, Flattery, this is her 4th trip on the mile turf distance. And she ran on this turf, or on this Santa Anita turf, just about a month ago. So she liked the experience out in this turf courses in California. On to number 3, Buchu. Buchu really has found her stride as of recent. Took to the turf at Saratoga in August and has stuck to it. Won at Churchill Downs, then Keeneland, both in a closing manner. Well, the Churchill one was a little bit more a rating or stalking manner, but still, both came and passed horses. By Justify, who has some great turf runners, especially as of recent. So, big shot here. 6-1, one that I'm liking, honestly. Number 4, Lon, from out of France. So, apologies if my pronunciation isn't the best. But Lon, first trip stateside for this one, and gets a new trainer. Phil D'Amato is training this one now. So, the mile is the question here. She hasn't gone that distance yet, but she ran a real nice race last time out versus the boys. Just beaten by a nose. So honestly, this is one I'd consider here. Love it. 15-1. I think we're going to get a price in this race, and that's one that I would consider. Number 5, Content. Another one for Aiden O'Brien. Remember that 43% number? Yeah, he's back again. And he won this race last year. So this horse, Content, comes off a win overseas at this distance where she was 20-1. She looked great in those final furlongs too. Like, very good. Very much so, has a shot here for another price, 15-1, one that I'd consider. Number 6, Porta Fortuna. First time at the mile distance for her, but she comes off a beautiful win in the Group 1 Chevrolet Park back in September, where she beat 10 other runners. You like to see that. 2 wins on a good or firm turf course across the pond should translate well for her too. So, hopefully get a little benefit of that firm turf course here. Number 7, Galibrand, Bill Mott, Jose Ortiz in the irons. 12-1 right now. Good price for a good horse, honestly. 2-time winner at Saratoga. Love to see that. Both impressive closing fashion. She likes to go wide, likes to pass in the final stretch. So honestly, she's my kind of horse. Last time out, she started a step slow and she just didn't have enough gas in her tank. So another one that I'd consider, especially in this race, for a nice price. Number 8, Life's an Audible. Interesting trail for this one to take here. Started on the dirt, going a mile, and shortened up on the turf, and then went long on the turf. But yeah, it looks like the turf is where she belongs, honestly. Rapoli stable, tough debut race there too, honestly. Let's be real. So we'll give her a break in that debut. Stalking type, Into Mischief. One that has a shot here, but I don't know. I see her being a few lengths back and not having enough in the final stretch. Number 9, Carla's Way. Different one to consider. What a race last time out for Carla's Way. Seriously, there might have only been 6 runners, but it was really impressive, and she made it look easy. She just kept on going in that final stretch. So while she hasn't gone a mile, she can absolutely go a mile, and I don't think the distance is a question here. So I really like number 9, Carla's Way. 10, Austere, Tyler Gaffleone, Brendan Walsh Barn, winner of the Juvenile Fillies at Kentucky Downs back in September. So she can go 2 turns, no problem, but hasn't really faced these type of horses that are in this one just yet, as that wasn't a graded stakes race either. 11, She Feels Pretty. Another one that's 2 for 2. So we like that. Impressive stalking trip last time out at Woodbine, but I don't feel like she's got the class, kind of what I just said with the 10, or has faced the talent that this field has. So at 4-1, probably one that I'd fade, honestly, and not include in my tickets. Number 12, Hard to Justify, 2 for 2 lifetime. We like to see that. I like horses that like to win. An awesome run in the Miss Grillo last month, grade 2 stakes race. So she's shown that she likes the route distance, because both these races were going a mile and a 16th on the turf. And she's by Justify, who, like I said, has been producing good turf routers. Pratt, back on board, 3rd time in a row, definitely has a shot here. 6-1 for Hard to Justify. 13, Dreamfire, also in that race that I talked about earlier, the Surfer Girl with that crazy finish, won this race, won that nose. So definitely one to consider, and even drop back. Look at this trend in the buyers here, 74-81 and 69, and still got that win in the Surfer Girl. So if she's able to improve a little bit, I think she definitely has a shot. She loves to be on the lead and has speed in a race where there's not a ton of speed here. So one to consider, especially at 15-1 here. We're liking the prices. Lastly, Le Pavot, who's been racing out in France. Yeah, good one to consider. 8-1. Mikel Barcelona, big fan of that jockey. He's really smart. I haven't watched a ton of his races, but of the ones I've seen, there's this one there. He went to the other side of the turf course and ended up passing all the horses and cut back. Whatever. Mikel Barcelona, big fan of him. So Le Pavot, good shot here. She's coming off a race at this distance, but she didn't have enough to close like she usually does. So tough one there, looking to improve off that. So I'm going to spread a lot in this race. Going to go deep. We're going to go with 4, 5. So we're going with Lone, Content. 7 is Galibrand. We're going with 9, Carla's Way. 10, Austere. And 13, Dream Fire. That's what we're doing. We're spreading deep in this one because in race 8, we're going to go a little thin. We're going to go with the chalks here. It's a couple scratches in this field. That's the FanDuel. Shout out FanDuel Breeders' Cup Juvenile. So, mile and a 16th on the dirt. Great race here. Starting off, number 1, Wine Steward. The Wine Steward, I should say. Put some respect on his name. Anyways, Luis Saez, Mike Maker. Good combo. They raced last time out, but didn't get that win. They're beaten by Locked, who is the favorite and probably the one to beat in this race. And actually, is the Wine Steward scratched? The Wine Steward might be scratched. So we'll skip. Anyways, Prince of Monaco, want to consider Pratt 3 for 3. Like to see that. Bob Baffert, 4-1 here. Huge price. I mean, it makes sense. The only question here is if the horse can get the distance of a mile and a 16th. And I think it can, but I don't think he'll be able to beat Locked. So we're going to look at number 3, another Baffert horse here. Wind Me Up. Face the other Baffert. Baffert's got a third one in here. Muth. Last time out in the American Pharoah, lost, but should be a front runner here. 123 early time form pace. But might lose ground in that final stretch and be passed. So a little concerned with this one, getting that mile and a 16th here as Muth was able to beat him in that last race. Number 4, Timberlake out of by Into Mischief. Awesome looking horse. Amazing win at Ellis. Last time out, sloppy track, going a mile. Oh, also the Dam was a multiple stakes winning turf router overseas. So distance shouldn't be a problem for this one. Went a mile on a sloppy track. So those figures are a little inflated probably ended up won by 4.5, but just drew clear in a sloppy stretch. So distance shouldn't be a problem. Brad Cox Barn, very hot. Should be on or near the lead. Definitely one to consider. And I love this horse at 4-1, honestly. Next up, Locked, the one to beat. Lost his debut, but has since just absolutely crushed. Won his maiden by 7, then won the Breeders' Futurity last month at Keeneland. Look, this is the horse who's just an animal, stalking type, and will pass horses in the stretch no matter what. So I was thinking about singling this horse instead of singling Tamara, but we'll add another horse aside from Locked. Locked is my pick this race, though. Number 7, Cuban Thunder. Tough one, 30-1 here. Wild move for this horse, honestly. He heads overseas for his first attempt on the dirt. So not quite sure what the mindset is here or how he'll transition onto the dirt course, but I don't think I can play it. It's not one that will be on my tickets. But hey, if you like a first-time dirter in a Breeders' Cup race, this is one for you. Number 8, General Partner, should press the Baffert horse for the lead. Honestly, I think if I was to pick one that would be on the lead, it will be General Partner. But at the same time, I don't know what Baffert's saying. Maybe Baffert's wanting the one to go just absolutely send it, and General Partner will follow. We'll see. Last time out, lost to Timberlake, who I'm picking here. I love Timberlake. So not sure he'll love the added distance here, though. That was, like I said, that was a sloppy track last time out. So maybe a little firm or fast dirt will help today, but you never know. Number 9, Fierceness. 6-1, Rapoli Pletcher. Insane debut. Just an insane debut. Then ran kind of a stinker on the sloppy track in that Champagne race, that same one. one that will probably cross out for him. So both those starts under iffy track conditions, got the muddy surface, got the sloppy surface. So we'll see how he handles this fast dirt track for Mike Rapoli's stable. But here's another one to beat. Muth. Another Baffert one, 4-1. Another one that'll like the lead. Favorite in all three of his starts, 2 of them being wins. Has that early speed, so should press for the lead, but has also won in a tactical manner. I mean, was a couple lengths back in this American Pharoah and ended up getting that win. And yeah, I don't love the post position, the 10 post for Muth, but not one that you can count out, honestly, especially when it's Bob Baffert and we're at Santa Anita. Number 11 is Noted. Just that. Another insane price here for Irad Ortiz. 20-1 Irad Pletcher. That's a combo that will randomly come in on a horse that you don't think wins here. And look, I don't think that this horse wins here. Had an impressive run out at Monmouth, but hasn't really done much besides that. Lost last time out to Can Group in a wild race out at Keeneland. But 20-1. If you like a price on Irad Ortiz, that's your price. So we're going with 2 horses here, 2 of the favorites right here, Timberlake and Locked. Boom, boom, both them on to the next. 9th race, Breeders' Cup Juvenile Turf, mile on the turf. So some good horses here, some great colts with good history. Looking at number 1, Air Recruit. Sias on the 1 pole a lot today or what? I think he is. Yeah, so this was looking to be the sprinting type of horse, honestly. I mean, at Colonial, got the win, going 5.5, returned to Colonial, didn't get a win, but went 5.5 again, and then took to a little bit longer distance, going a mile and a 16th. Won that race with ease. Love Sias on top here, and honestly, I think this is a horse that could come in at a nice price. Maybe not win the race, but certainly be in the money. Number 2, River Tiber. I could be wrong, but I think this horse just scratched. Yep, this horse did scratch. So we will pass, and we will go to Talk Talk. Number 3, Johnny V, Graham Motion. Graham had a nice win here with Easter on Saturday, I believe, in the Lure Stakes. I forget what day it was. But yeah, Talk Talk, no blinkers this time around for him. Won his first 2 at Colonial. Struggled in the Bourbon last time out. But blinkers here. So we'll see. Johnny V, if he has a shot. Can Group, that was the winner last time out at Keeneland in the Bourbon. Came flying from behind, 27-1. I didn't expect that. You probably didn't expect that. Yeah, very impressive run. Gets Flavian in the irons here. 12-1, a little bit better of a price. Closed great, beat that solid field, but I don't know. This is a tough one. This is a tougher field than that one. So we'll need to improve a little bit off of that awesome run last time out in order to have a shot. Number 5, my boy Prince, gate to wire, last time out, easy win, ran an awesome race, won by 14 out at Woodbine. My issue here, Woodbine. Nothing against that. Great track. I just don't think that this horse has really faced the competition like I've said about a couple other horses here. Look at the only time Carson's run, I think is the 14 pole in this race, beat him. That was the best horse that he's raced, and he lost him. I don't think he necessarily has a shot here. So, one that I'll be fading. Number 6, Stay Hot. Love that. Get hot, stay hot. Tough one. Peter Urton got a win last time out on the mile turf course here. So we like to see that. And maybe turf is where he's meant to belong. Should be forwardly placed or in that stalking position. We'll see. But Peter Urton, Antonio Fresu, he's been hot. So we'll see. 20-1. Stay hot. Get hot, stay hot. Number 7, Agate Road. This is one that I would consider. It's the horse to beat. Huge closer for Pletcher, Irad. Good price here at 8-1. Look, this horse seems to know where the wire is. He just seems to want to win. He's shown he can handle this distance. He's coming off that grade 2 Pilgrim win. Irad, Pletcher, they've had a couple big wins. Couple big wins. They've had a ton of big wins. They have to be due for a couple this weekend, right? So Agate Road, big time play for me here at 8-1 for Pletcher. Number 8, Unquestionable, who was the second favorite going into this, probably is going to end up being just the favorite since that scratch came in. So unquestionable, Dettori, Aiden O'Brien, 43% in North America. Like, it just an unbelievable stat. Probably will be the favorite. Unfortunately, not one that I'm necessarily loving. Look, you got to take stances sometimes, and Aiden O'Brien can't win every race, right? He can't win every race that he's in. He only win 43% of them. So that's why we're going to stay away from this horse just a little bit here, not necessarily as in love with some others. Number 9, Endlessly. Good one for Michael McCarthy. 3 for 3, strong closer. McCarthy's been hot this year. And what we'd like to see again is this horse won on the dirt at Santa Anita, or on the turf at Santa Anita, won on the turf at Del Mar. This is his 4th race on the turf, going a mile. So that's a positive sign. We like to see that. I think he's got a shot. 5-1. Good luck here. Number 10, Fulminio. I'm bad at these pronunciations sometimes. Lost to Agate Road, the horse that I'm big on last time out. So we'll need to improve a little bit more here. And honestly, I just much prefer Agate Road over this horse. I think Agate is just the better closer. So the 10 will need to either improve a lot or just have a dream trip in order to get out front. Number 12, Mountain Bear, beat 17 horses in his maiden win. Then beat 13 horses last time out. I like horses that can win, especially when they're beating large fields like that. So we were just talking about Aiden O'Brien. Well, this is Aiden O'Brien here. So I'd honestly like Aiden O'Brien at this price as opposed to this Aiden O'Brien as the favorite. But neither one I'm going to be including in my ticket. 13, Grand Mo the First. Good horse. Oh, wait, no, scratch, right? Yeah. Grand Mo the First, scratch. Carson's Run in. Carson's Run. Oh, I hope this horse wins. I hope this horse wins so bad. This is, so you know the story of Cody's Wish, Cody Dorman. Carson, also, this horse is named off of a boy named Carson, who has the same genetic condition as Cody Dorman does. What a story. This is a horse that I need to see win. We love these stories. We love these reactions. And honestly, I think he's got a great shot. He's the biggest closer of the group. So would love nothing more than this horse to win, cross the finish line first, and just do it in a closing fashion. Pass those horses down the stretch like he's done 2 times in his 3 races before. So on to the next. For that race, we're going, what did I say? Yeah. I already said it, right? We're going Agate Road for sure. Which one? Wait, yeah. Yeah, we're going Agate Road. Absolutely. And then we are going with Carson's Run. So Agate Road, Carson's Run. That's all I'm taking in this race. All right. So that'll do it for the Breeders' Cup races today. If you want to tail my pick 5, I'll put it in the thing below. So it's a $72 ticket. We're going with 1, 2, 8. I don't know if, let's see. Remove. Boom. $72 ticket. 1, 2, 8, 1, 7, 4, 5, 7, 9, 10, 13. The 4 and the 6, that's Locked and Timberlake. And then Agate Road and Carson's Run. So $72 ticket. If we can beat Tamara, honestly, that would be sick, because that ticket will end up paying huge if we can get by all 5. So that's all I got today, folks. I know it was a little all over the place, but we'll be back tomorrow morning for all those 8 or 9 Breeders' Cup races that we have tomorrow. Honestly, what a day that we're in for. So good luck today, everyone. Watch all the races on FanDuel TV and bet them on the FanDuel Sportsbook. Good luck. So many prices that are going to come in. Let's be honest. It's the Breeders' Cup, baby. Now, give me my theme music. Let's go.